Welcome back. There's been an update to the game, and we got a message from Peppy's emergency contact, otherwise known as Arlen. Hello, Twitka. Do you have some time? I still haven't thanked you for helping me when we first met. First met? What do you mean? You found me wounded in the monitoring room and took me somewhere safe. Thank you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have lasted much longer. Do you have time to come to the base zone? I have a gift I want to give you. Sure, I'll be right over. I'll wait for you, and there we go. Punklorde Mentality. You received Arlen's message. He seems to want to formally thank you for helping him when you first met. Get ready and go to the base zone. That's a lot of money from this quest. Not that I mind, you know. It's quite nice, quite nice. Anyway. Arlen.
Correct. All the cabins they might pass by have been checked. Remember to report to lead researcher Asta.
I'm here?
We'll deal with problems outside the base zone later. Ah, it's you.
I just noticed your ID is XXXXX. Interesting. You look busy. Are you surprised?
Sorry, this is embarrassing. We suddenly had some stuff come up. I wanted to take care of it before you arrived, but I can't seem to even get a break around here. Never mind about that. Here, this is for you. I made it this morning, and I've been keeping it warm.
It's milk. It shouldn't be warm. You made me some fried rice. Yeah, did you save any for Asta?
No, she had pudding this morning. I made it especially for you.
You want to be careful saying pudding. I hear there's someone around who has Nep's voice, who would be very interesting in pudding.
I spent a long time wondering what to give you. In the end, I realized I should stick to what I'm good at. Miss Asta loves my fried rice, so I hope you like it too. Sorry it's so noisy here. I wanted to find somewhere quieter where I could get your feedback, but...
That's alright, and don't worry about it, mate.
Miss Asta said that gratitude has to be sincere. It's a shame that I had to finish it up so hastily. Some big shot suddenly decided to visit the space station today. Everyone has been in a hurry since the announcement. They're all worried that a bad impression could damage Madame Herda's reputation. Miss Asta said that the guest appears to be Madame Herda's research partner. If he's doing research with her, he must be famous throughout the galaxy. Look at the time. The guest is almost here. If you're curious, just follow the crowd. Miss Asta and I will be there soon.
Ish, I imagine. Punklorde Mentality started. So, go toward the elevator entrance and see who the important guest is. Herta's research partner, I remember she once talked about that. The elevator entrance seems to be nearby. I shall check that out now. Who could the special guest be?
Wow, it's the first time I've seen such a spectacle.
Even the top brass.
So this visitor is...
It's Screwllum.
Get ready.
Hypothesis. Thought always precedes word. And yet, I can't find the words for this moment. It's good to see you, Asta.
I like him.
I apologize. I'm 4 minutes and 13 seconds earlier than the appointed time. I hope it's not a bother.
I mean, look at the design on this guy. Absolutely fantastic. I like the little gear bow tie situation going on there. It's not a bow tie, but, you know, roughly that area. What is that? There's a name for that type of neck clothing. It's not a tie, it's something else. I don't know. And I like this waistcoat design almost going on here. Very, very nice.
Of course not, Mr. Screwllum. Welcome to Herta Space Station.
No need for formalities, Asta. Herta Space Station is where knowledge converges. Here we celebrate the equality of thought. Such collaboration between organic life forms is magnificent and efficient. You're rebuilding the space station far quicker than I could have imagined.
We appreciate your high praise, Mr. Screwllum. Would you like me to show you around? Since the last summit, we've launched several new research projects focused on silicone-based matrices.
Well, that sounds lovely, but I do have a meeting with Herta, so let's put the new surprises on hold for now.
I love how excited Asta sounds.
Madam Herta should be in her office. I'll take you there. Right this way.
Sure.
You up, mate?
And you are?
Hello, Mr. Screwllum. But can you guess?
Hey!
Judging by this fellow's surprised reaction, you must be the one Herta is always talking about. She's quite curious about you, as am I. What is it like to live in symbiosis with a Stellaron? I hope we'll have sufficient time in the future to get to know each other and answer this question.
Oh, likewise, mate, likewise. You're a very interesting character. I like you already.
Sorry, I wanted to show you around, but now I don't think I'll be able to get away.
That's alright. Go ahead, or you won't be able to catch up.
Alright, see you later.
See you, mate. Oh dear, oh dear. What's the matter with you? Arlen is also busy. I'd better leave him alone. That person over there seems to be doing something to hurt his portrait.
Strange. It should be around here somewhere. Maybe it's hidden inside Madame Herta's portrait. Huh? Do you need something? If you're looking for the front desk, just go straight through those doors.
What are you up to? You having trouble with something?
Such a concerned and responsive tone. You must be the one everyone's been talking about recently. Your kind-heartedness is famous throughout the space station.
I mean, I was going for a suspicious tone, but okay.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Leonard, a cybersecurity engineer here at the space station.
Leonard.
You probably know that this place was recently attacked by the Antimatter Legion. In the chaos, the master control system for each zone was paralyzed. Now that the station is being rebuilt, my job is to repair equipment and restore the space station's cybersecurity. But during the repair process, I discovered some anomalies. The access records show that a third party other than the Legion invaded while the master control system was paralyzed.
Was it a lady in sunglasses?
I don't know who or what it was. Actually, I'm investigating that right now. We suspect that it may have been the Stellaron Hunters. It's an elusive group and very dangerous. Every member is on the IPC's wanted list. They include a super hacker from Punklorde. I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost to her once before. A while ago, I discovered her whereabouts during a screening process. I was planning to follow the clues to find more details about her, but I fell into her trap.
Maybe we can lure her out with pudding.
Can you guess what happened next? She reverse hacked my device, sent out a bunch of spam, made a video game open to the space station, and told everyone that an idiot named Leonard made a big silly mistake.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Ugh, I don't want to think about it. Now that everything is calmed down, I thought they'd be on my case already. The silver lining? Madame Herta was generous enough to allow me to continue investigating this matter.
Congratulations. Normally she doesn't want to deal with it.
Hence, my silver lining. You know Madame Herta. If she's really interested in something, it doesn't matter what anyone else says. To put it simply, the leaders have given me an opportunity. How could I not cherish it? If I can make up for my mistakes and do a good job, I may have a chance to prove myself. This time, I plan to start from inside the space station and see if I can find some clues to trace the intruder's steps. Maybe I can find the blind spot I missed before. I designed a decoding program. Look, it looks like a camera, but it's actually a detector. We should be able to find hidden clues with it. Just like this.
Leonard aims the detector at the wall. Something seems to appear on the wall. Nep, nep.
That's,
A drop of sweat. A drop of water. A blue teardrop-shaped object. We'll go with that one.
What are you talking about? This looks like... Oh, a drop of sweat?
I mean, you could interpret it that way, sure.
Unbelievable! Why would something like this be in the space station? The staff wouldn't even dare scribble on the wall, let alone leave a drop of sweat! So this is what we're looking for? This suspicious evidence? It wasn't what I was expecting, but...
At least it's a clue.
Wait a second. Let me take a look. Oh, I see. This is electronic graffiti that appears to represent Punklordian symbols. If I'm not mistaken, this should be some kind of automatic encryption.
Punklordian, oh my.
We need to decipher it if we want to find any culpatory evidence.
Culpatory, oh my. What does this have to do with me, anyway?
Ugh, you got me there. I got caught up in our conversation. I wasn't paying attention. Let me think. Maybe I've been under too much stress recently and I subconsciously want a friend. Anyway, if I were to find clues related to the Stellaron Hunters, wouldn't that be helpful to you too? Just do me a favor. It won't take up too much of your time. Here, just point it at the graffiti on the wall.
Oh. Was it actually over there? I thought it was on this. Nicely done, game. Nicely done. Well, there we go. You pointed it at the graffiti on the wall, then some blinking blue patterns started to appear. Uh-oh. Suddenly, the pattern imploded and engulfed its surrounding sounds and colors. Something inside seems to be breaking out from it. Oh, that's not good.
Why are there Void Rangers here?
Indeed. Okay, let's see about taking you out.
I'll free you from your chains.
Let's go for the big guy.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Lovely jubbly.
Lend me your strength. What a headache.
There we go, the enemy did not get a turn.
That scared me to death! Did you see that? It seemed like something popped up here, then Void Rangers jumped out.
Don't worry, it's taken care of.
But look! Just like I guessed, this graffiti is encrypted. If we decipher it, we can see some hidden information. The surveillance camera captured her face. Silver Wolf. It's exactly the same as the photo on the IPC's wanted list. Let me see what she was up to. Is this a transmitter beacon? Oh, I see. She probably ran into the Antimatter Legion during the invasion, then used this beacon to teleport the enemies somewhere else. We accidentally activated the beacon again just now, and they were brought back. Jeez, Stellaron Hunters have the ability to stow enemies away like that? Beacon transmission that doesn't require a power source and can be implemented solely through computation? No wonder they were able to break into the space station. With this, I'm afraid not even Madame Herta's office is safe.
Don't be discouraged. Is this kind of tech really that impressive?
It's not only impressive, how should I put it? She can edit reality, as freely as she could edit a program. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? I always thought it was fringe science and that nobody other than the masked fools believed it really existed.
Does make you question things about this universe, doesn't it?
There's a strange signal nearby. Maybe it's another piece of graffiti.
You know, while we're doing this, let's actually team set up, change things up here. Well, I know we got Bronya recently, you know? Bailu, let's swap you out for, oh! Silver Wolf. How lovely. I need to do a lot of leveling up with Silver Wolf. I really do. I really, really do.
100% break.
Alright, mate. Were you there during the whole arrival? I guess you were. I guess you were. Yeah, I got Nepia. I got the Nepia.
Look! Up there! They even put down a question mark. They must be making fun of us.
That feels weird now.
She went towards the base zone. Yep. Disappeared again? This thing keeps cutting out when I'm deciphering it. She must have stopped here for a bit. Let's look around.
There was something I saw somewhere that pointed out there's almost like an N symbol on her hand that looks very similar to an N symbol. Like there on her gloves. If we can get the right angle. We can get a better angle on this side here, look. You see on the glove there. On the back of it. There's an N symbol. Very, very similar to Nep's symbol. Indeed.
Can you let me have some fun this time? Our last few operations turned out to be pretty dull.
She makes it seem easy. Is she really looking at the Curio Collection Index?
There's a voice. Who's she talking to?
Judging by how calm she is, she must have been in this room for a while. Maybe she was waiting for someone. I'm not sure what happened after that. Let's search somewhere else.
Let's. No one else noticing this giant speech bubble here? No? Okay.
Your fake ID info is ready.
Ah, so that's what happened. She sneaked in first, then helped her partner in through the main door. It's a classic hacking operation. Let's see. The registered name is Leonard Collywell.
Leonard Call who well?
That's my name! She used my identity! I never noticed that there was an issue with this record. I subconsciously glanced right past it when I saw my own name. She's so cunning.
I like whoever's doing the voice work for Leonard. Well done, well done. This is some great stuff. She's a sneaky one. But maybe you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yes, right.
It's an honest mistake! The reaction of any ordinary person is to check for unfamiliar names, right? I mean, who would think to check their own name?
That's fair, that's fair. Okay, so, there we are, another speech bubble.
The graffiti's location is quite interesting. It feels like she's playing a game with us. One dot leads to another.
Triple dot. It's really fun, though.
I heard from a friend that the hackers on Punklorde have a tradition. When they hack, they purposely leave something behind for people to discover. Kind of like throwing down the gauntlet. They call this the Punklorde Mentality. There can only be competition when there's rivalry, and there can only be excitement when there is competition. Life's a game, and having fun is what's most important. I don't understand that way of thinking, but it seems like this graffiti might have been left behind for us on purpose as a clue. The same thing happened last time as well. I was so close to the target, but got obliterated in the final battle of information.
The final battle of information. But let's focus on the work at hand, mate.
You're right. It doesn't help to dwell on past failures. Thank you. She seems to be leaving. Let's keep up.
Let's... Okay, continue to track Silverwall's infiltration path.
They seem to be heading toward the monitoring room.
Just do very much like the design here, though. Oh, there's like a little heart on the bottom of her jacket at the back. A digital one. Interesting. Why does she have plasters everywhere? Or band-aids, as you'd probably say in America. I suppose she gets a few cuts and bruises everywhere.
Another graffiti. They're all different, too. She really put some thought into this.
I do like this design. That's quite nice.
Huh? Is this section of the record damaged? She went through the wall and disappeared.
Well... She teleported herself?
I don't think so. That's not the same as passing straight through a wall. Look. Hold on, I got it! It might be an effect from a curio. There was a pre-established folded space here, and the intruders found it and took advantage of it. No wonder she kept going through the curio collection index. This space is connected to the Stellaron room. Do you still remember it? That's where they put the Stellaron inside you.
I think I remember this. Kafka.
Huh? What are you muttering about? Why would they leave you here if their objective was the Stellaron? With her capabilities, all she would have needed to do was make another beacon. She would have been able to escape with the Stellaron, no problem.
It's like a trip down memory lane.
Huh? There's no graffiti here. Oh, we're doomed! The trail has gone cold. Ugh, so strange. Did she really leave just like that? She came all this way and didn't take anything with her, nor leave anything behind.
I mean, it's obvious what it's gonna be, right?
Oh, they did leave you behind. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. It must have been a terrible feeling waking up in a place that was completely unfamiliar to you.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad.
I can't help but feel there's more that they're after. I really hope I can find something that's useful to you. Otherwise, I'll feel bad for having you do so much work for nothing. The more I talk about it, the worse I feel. I should probably find something that I can do. There's a rating pistol here. I wonder what my rating would be. Whoa, look here! There's a strange access log in the rating pistol's compartment. It looks like the log time occurred during the Legion's invasion. The researchers would have already been evacuated by then. Could it have been her? In which case, she didn't leave immediately. She implanted the Stellaron inside you, and then fiddled around with the rating pistol for a while. Could it be that... I just realized something. We need to go to the curio collection room on the other side.
Do we now? But she's right here. Ah, well. Oh, I was going to destroy a box. There we go. Boom! Gotta play around. You gotta play around.
Just as I thought. She was here.
I mean, she's right here right now, mate. There it is over there. Want to check on the Genshin bit first. Pair of black, feathered wings, hovers in the air, at about the height of a grown human, maintaining the appearance of flight. Imagine the figure of an adventurer flapping those wings, and it carry it on because I've got auto on. You feel the wind. A warm and welcoming wind blows into your face, plays with the ends of your hair, and fills your body. The wind sends you to fly beyond mountain ranges and vast oceans. Behind you, windmills turn and pastoral hymns chime. Before you, shooting stars stream down and snow glitters. You open your eyes and wake from your imagination. The black feathered wings fly still, as if recounting a story, as if singing a whole world. Let's call it Teyvat, just randomly. Let's call it Teyvat.
I just remembered that Madame Herta has a game cartridge named Punklorde Mentality in her collection.
Game cartridge?
You remember it, right? It's actually on the list of missing curios. I wasn't able to put the two together before. If the hacker has a personal objective other than the Stellaron Hunter's mission... I got it! I got it now! The Stellaron Hunter's operation was just a cover for her!
She was actually after the curio? It feels like you got it backwards, though.
Look, in the end, they didn't take the Stellaron with them. She was so interested in the Curio Collection Index that she stayed in the space station even after her mission was complete. This was what she was truly after. She knew we would be looking for the Stellaron Hunters and used it as her cover. Very smart. To be expected of someone from Punklorde. Hold on, though. Something doesn't add up. The curios are Madame Herta's most prized possessions. All the visit requests are sent to her office from the computer in the main control room. Some researchers tried to gain access to the curios for research purposes once, but they didn't get proper authorization. She caught them all red-handed.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Me too. The fact Madame Herta hasn't responded to this can only mean one thing. That the main control room was hacked as well. We need to go and take a look.
Oh dear, what's she done? So head to the main control room. Nice relaxing music, this. Has anybody made one of those videos where it's like ambient music for her to space station? Be a nice thing to have in the background.
Wait, don't move. I get chills just looking at the space station monitors now. Let me investigate first. Just perfect. Not only did she shut off all the access logs, she shut off all the terminal transmissions too. I thought it was the Legion that did this.
No one noticed it this whole time?
Oh, this wouldn't have been a high priority issue. The space station's to-do list is ridiculously long at this point. I am curious, though. She paused the terminal transmissions, but didn't touch the local data at all. I really don't get her. As a Stellaron hunter, she leaves the Stellaron behind. As a hacker, she doesn't delete the local log. There's an external port here. I'm gonna plug in and take a look.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Relax, friend. I've done this a million times. Look at this agreement.
As you feared, a burst of light shines and the enemy appears. Monsters appeared. Alright. So, we got in our group a Nepia now, so let's see if that actually plays out. Because we do have a sealer, so if we ever get round her. We'll see, we'll see.
Can I have fun this time? There's always a weakness.
Kind of thinking, like, let's go towards getting Silver Wolf
Lend me
here.
your strength.
Her ultimate. That'll be the
enemies.
Is that all?
Don't mess with
So
me.
we won't try and kill
I'll end your misery.
things with Sealer.
Who's next?
I forgot how powerful my Sealer is.
Can I have fun this time?
Let's go with you
Lend me
again.
your strength. Time for a buzz.
You.
See? I was right. There was something fishy about the local data she left behind.
So there was something strange after all.
Now we can browse through the curio access logs. Huh? That can't be right. This curio doesn't seem to have ever left the space station.
So, she didn't take the curio either?
From the way things look, yes. The records show that this curio was last sent to Madame Herta's office, and then it disappeared? I'm seriously confused. What did she come here for? She wouldn't have put the graffiti up just to mess with us, would she? Ugh. No, if I start thinking like that, I may as well give up now. I have to fully investigate every lead, or I'll really be out of a job.
You really will be, mate. Graffiti unlocked. In Rainbow City, rain dews are a decor without any tactility. They shatter and scatter as they hit the ground, just like those legendary stories that are out of reach and will eventually fall. Yes, that was the original meaning of this graffiti. Perhaps there have since been some subtle derivations now, but that's not important. A question mark? It could come from a puzzle, an inexplicable emotion, an interactive object, or a quest that can be completed. See, that's how charming the question mark is. The mystery of language lies not in equations, as even a few punctuation marks contain infinite secrets. Triple dot. This one, for example, should represent silence, but instead invites conversation. Ooh. So, Star Hunt Game Story Mode. During the Star Hunt Game event, complete the companion mission Punklorde Mentality in Story Mode to receive graffitis and activate graffiti markers. Select the graffiti markers to perform light cone analysis. Complete the analysis to obtain the light cone before the tutorial mission starts. That's what it's called, by the way, before the tutorial mission starts. Press to start making graffitis. You can use graffitis to create sprays. Oh. Collect all graffitis to receive the event light cone. Fair enough. Okay, select the Erotame graffiti. Analysis progress can be viewed here. And back. View arcade challenge. During the Star Hunt game event, this is an event that's going on at the moment as well, so complete the arcade challenge to receive Always Smiling, which is used to exchange for rewards such as superimposition materials in the event shop, which is always nice. Follow the signs to find the hidden graffitis, and interact with them to receive the corresponding rewards. Follow the signs to find the photo subjects, and interact with them to receive the corresponding rewards. During the Star Hunt game event, complete sealed sectors at designated difficulties to receive extra rewards. Oh, okay, so got quite a few things going on here. Let's have a look at the store we've got available. Can we get anything yet? No. I would like to get several of them, because they would be very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. And the Traveler's Guide. Actually, I'd like to get all of this, because it would all be very helpful, considering how much I need these materials right now. I really do. I really do. Okay, story mode anyway. So we got these going on. There we go. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So, go to Herta's office is what we actually want to do. Because we will look at the event later.
That's not gonna happen. I'll say it again. I don't care what Runmei said to you, but there's no chance we're shutting down this simulated universe.
Yeah, what? Hold on.
Herta, I've made my decision. Question. What have we invested into this project? Hundreds of system hours, the resources of an entire planet, and the most advanced technology in the entire universe. And what have we gotten in return? unknowns, confusion, and a series of errors. In the beginning, we defined the simulated universe as a miniature world that could be used to discover the traces of the eons. But now, it's become something far removed from its original purpose.
Yeah, but I like it. It's fun. Don't you touch it.
The simulated universe is bound to make errors. You said that yourself, and that's exactly what we're experiencing. Why is that a problem all of a sudden?
I adore the vast amount of knowledge, but I cannot accept that the simulated universe remains simply a pending contract waiting to be attended to. Herta, think about it. How many surprises has this project given you? And how many disappointments has it given you?
The simulated universe never disappointed me. You are what disappoints me, Screwllum.
Oh my.
Do you really think of yourself as someone so exceptionally amazing? Right now, you're more like someone from the Nitwit Society.
Is that a real thing?
Herta, I don't mean to question you, nor do I want to deny the hard work you've put forth for the simulated universe. I just want to give more room for knowledge and inspiration to grow freely.
That's enough. Leave if you don't want to be part of this. Go tell the other two yourself. Oh, and take your tech with you. I don't need it. I can go find Adrian Taylor, or the red-nosed old man from Epsilon, or even the Intelligentsia Guild. At least they won't quit halfway. Ugh.
Oh dear.
Screwllum, we've known each other for a long time. This is the first time I feel that you're nothing but a piece of ice-cold metal.
That's harsh. Come on. No need for that. I can see why she's angry though, but still.
My apologies, madam.
What happened?
This all started with me. I was the one that brought up the request to end our academic collaboration. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Herta or the project. The simulated universe is a great experiment, and Herta is a true genius. However, we have our differences when it comes down to our long-term vision for the future. These differences will often manifest into bias, and bias will get in the way of the formulation of knowledge. Deep down, I want to continue to believe in Herta. The question is whether one should end a collaboration that no longer holds true to its original intent. From an objective standpoint, I should end it immediately. Are you worried about her mental state?
I'll go with a little, because I am a little.
Judging by the result, I have failed to choose the most suitable time to raise this matter. The emotions of organic life are like tides. It is my fault for not noticing the trajectory of the moon. Let Herta be alone for a while, so she can calm her emotions. It'll be beneficial for our negotiations later as well. As for the simulated universe, if that's the reason you're here, maybe I can help in answering your questions.
Explain what happened with Silver Wolf.
Search. Bonfire in the depths of the woods. A lone stone sword points to the stars. Punklorde Mentality. That is no ordinary curio, my friend. That is a love letter a Galaxy Ranger has written for the universe. Young madam, how much do you know about Punklorde?
I don't know much, to be honest, so if you could inform me, that'd be great.
It is a planet made of data and symbols. The edges of reality and illusion are blurred in Punklorde, as are its days and nights. An ether cartridge is a chip that Punklordian hackers use to edit reality. The ways through which a hacker perceives and modifies the world are recorded on the chip. It's a recording of the hacker's life and proof of their existence. The one on the space station belonged to someone truly legendary. He became a Galaxy Ranger by accident and spent many long years traveling among the stars. He encountered countless fascinating individuals and saw wonders witnessed by few. Many of the records and details recorded therein are beyond the knowledge of even the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild. That is why it became part of the masses of calculation data for the simulated universe. Yes, no need to worry, my friend. The cartridge has never left the space station. It's, as I said, it is a very important reference for the simulated universe. That is why its data has been extracted and added to the calculations of the universe model. Herta was probably impulsive and added the cartridge into the simulation without telling anyone, resulting in the item being listed as lost.
That kinda does explain a few things. So it was a false alarm?
I understand your concern. If the individual in question did indeed try to hack into Herta's office, then the simulated universe is undoubtedly her next target. As such, please allow me to offer my limited abilities to assist you with your investigation, madam. As you already know, the simulated universe will be shut down temporarily. It will remain shut until Herta and I come to a clear conclusion. Yes, this is the last chance to investigate the cartridge data. By way of apology for shutting down the simulated universe, I will use my abilities in the universe to provide you with what assistance I can.
Cheers, mate.
This is my recommendation. Please take your time to consider it.
Optional talk to Leonard. Leonard!
Did you hear that? I was so scared I couldn't utter a single word. The simulated universe? Shut down? That's Madame Herta's biggest project. I can't imagine how mad she'd be if it fell through. Wait, this isn't my fault, is it? If I'd been able to stop the enemy's invasion, would Mr. Screwllum be less pessimistic?
It's not your fault, Leonard. Come on.
Thanks for trying to comfort me. This is terrible. I feel like I'm incapable of doing anything. Still, beating myself up all the time won't help either. We're here for the cartridge. At the very least, we must try and see this thing through. Having heard what Mr. Screwllum said, you're entering the simulated universe to continue the investigation, aren't you? I'm afraid I won't be able to accompany you. I'll be helping Mr. Screwllum monitor the system's internal data flow from the office. I'm so nervous. This is the first time I've been involved in something so big. Anyway, I'll be cheering for you.
Righto. Let's enter the simulated universe.
Well, madam, are you ready?
I've got something to ask you.
Please, ask away. I welcome all forms of curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge.
Indubitably. Are you really shutting down the simulated universe?
Yes, there are other concerns besides those I've mentioned. I believe that the miracles inside the simulated universe have the right to grow and develop organically. The will of others shouldn't be imposed upon it, just like in the actual universe. The more Herta tries, the further she moves away from the universe that she had hoped for. Conclusion: the endless iterations of the simulated universe are wearing down her talents, day by day. I hope to free my dear friend from it.
That's kind of sweet.
Nevertheless, I must also clarify that this is my opinion alone. You should form your own judgment on Herta, young madam.
Yeah, I'm still forming that opinion at the moment. Who are the Galaxy Rangers that you speak of?
They are a group that carries a balance scale with them at all times. They believe all the justice in the universe needs to be achieved through individual deeds.
Then what's this love letter for the universe?
That was the most suitable way of describing the Galaxy Rangers in my interpretation. They are directed by the path of the hunt and are always accompanied by song and the sound of horns. They pursue justice for the individuals and groups they encounter along the way and shower them with splendid wines and poems.
So quite horny then.
However, all stories come to an end, just as they disappeared from the spotlight long ago.
Tell me more about the Punklorde's hackers.
There is a group of life forms there that know nothing of fatigue. They are attempting to touch upon the umbilical cord of the truth. They are compiling the languages, thoughts, and even emotions of the entire planet into symbols that even inorganic life forms can understand. You see, in the vast sea of data, life exists only in one form, a line of code. Whether it's a butterfly, a whale, or even you, the length of that line of code dictates the boundaries of what the entity entails.
So I'm actually a butterfly?
I've always thought of you that way.
Oh. That's all the questions I have. Let's get going.
Very well. Get going we shall. I will be sending you into the simulated universe using an alternative method. It might feel a little different than usual. This will help us quickly locate the cartridge in the vast sea of data. We'll start with this data link. Now, please prepare yourself for a deep dive with your consciousness.
How do I prepare myself? Anyway, let's go. Screwllum's visit was to terminate the Simulated Universe project. How surprising. Thankfully, the robot gentleman is an open-minded individual, and he is more than happy to provide you with whatever help you need in your investigation before shutting down the system. For good. Like how we get a trial character, that's the one I already have. Can I take her out? Or replace it with my own? No? Fine? It's fine. Okay, let's put in here. And Sealer. And Shepard. Start the challenge. You feel a ripple, a great weightlessness that makes you lose control of your limbs, and in a flurry of symbols and code, you wake up with a jolt. This is the simulated universe.
Young madam, are you all right?
I felt better. Where are you?
I'll be staying on the outside. I need to make sure the system projections remain stable. Mr. Leonard is here as well. There's no need to worry. We will guarantee your safety. You are now inside the data link of the ether cartridge. Look around and tell me what you discover.
That hacker is right in front of me.
Hacker? Oh. Conclusion. That is a holographic record that the simulated universe has created. In here, regardless of how large or small, all variables are saved, including outsider traces. You were right. The enemy's invasion has spread to the deepest parts of the simulated universe. They were only a hair away from the ether cartridge's data link. What we are seeing are the projections of what happened in those moments. Young madam, please stay still. Allow me to see what I can do with this record.
Hey, you. Why are you staring at me?
It speaks.
I initiated the simulation flow. This is just a record of the past. She's not actually talking to you.
Then who is she talking to?
Please listen and don't interrupt her. We may be able to find out more of what we need to know.
First off, I'm not obsessed with it. On Punklorde, the stories of the cartridge are no different from textbooks. I'm not interested in something that everybody already knows about. Secondly, it's not some kind of video game cartridge. It's an ether cartridge. It's the second pair of eyes, second brain, and second heart of the hacker. Do you understand what that actually means? With that cartridge, if a guy went to a movie premiere and bought some mixed popcorn, you'd be able to know the flavor of the fourth kernel he picked out of the bucket. It's truly amazing. Lastly, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not obsessed with it. The reason I'm still rambling about it is to make sure that you know how amazing it really is. Do you get it now, Kafka? Alright, let's get going. We have to move quickly. This place is different from the rest of the space station. We're on Genius Society turf.
It is safe to assume that 2 people entered the simulated universe, her and her companion. Interesting. Let's see what happened next. You are now taking the point of view of the companion. She will react to your behavior now.
So I'm Kafka now. Even though I'm Silverwolf. Anyway. Let's just go around these guys.
Can I have fun this time?
I suppose.
Time for a buzz.
Let's go for you. You're done. Let's go for you. You're done. Let's not use the ultimate because I want to try and get around to Silverwolf's. You know.
Fork in the road, huh? I got this. Wanna pick one first? Give your beloved instincts a try.
Is she telling me to choose?
Technically, she is asking her companion to choose. The record will continue forward even if you don't take any action.
Wrong choice. The correct answer is the path on the right.
That's what I would have chosen.
Not what we're looking for. It's a bait signal. Ugh, why would Herta put something like this inside the simulated universe? Doesn't she find it annoying when she has to find something herself? Never mind, I miscalculated. Let's try another sector.
Doesn't seem to be going well.
She's actually on the correct path. She just needs to continue a little further. I trust that she too will realize this soon.
Why are you so sure?
What has happened is destined to happen again. That was my conclusion after having met her.
Oh, this has happened before and will happen again, okay.
Stellaron Hunter, Silver Wolf. We fought against one another before. Herta was there as well. She may have mentioned it to you.
I recall that it was a draw.
It was more like a test than a duel. She would attack, and I would defend. Neither of us gave it our all. She wasn't able to break through my defenses, and I wasn't able to stop her from leaving. I never thought our next meeting would take place under these circumstances. I believe the continuation of our last encounter will soon arrive.
What the? This was the right way all along. Ugh, Herta's got some psychological tactics going on.
Seems like we can now continue forward.
But the occurrence... Oh, fine.
Oh, back to the space station again. A riddle? Where's the skip button?
Typical Nep. Nip, 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 nip. I wonder if you stand still with Silverwolf, she does a Nep-like song. Alright, let's see what we got going on then. Alright, let's impair you.
Time for a buzz.
Don't mess with me.
Oh, you're just done. Okay.
This ends here.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Can I have fun this time?
I suppose.
Time for a buzz.
So you are afraid of me.
So close to getting her ultimate. So close.
Hope you're prepared.
More enemies.
Yeah, whatever I do, it's gonna finish it off.
Time for a buzz.
At least we have the ultimate ready now.
Finally, almost there. There's even a miniature Herta over here. Eesh. A little narcissistic, isn't she? The whole space station is filled with her face. Portraits, statues, even projections of herself.
Interesting she referred to her as a miniature version.
I was planning on adding a mustache for her, but the spray didn't work. The entire space station feels like it's made of paper, but her portrait is near indestructible.
She's talking about that portrait in the elevator room, no? Herta commissioned me to design an encryption tool for her. Seems she ended up using it on her portrait.
Really? Okay. She said she's almost at the destination?
That's correct. The ether cartridge data is in the next room. Our pursuit is coming to an end.
I have a strange feeling about this.
Yes, that incongruous feeling has persisted throughout this long pursuit. She came for the Stellaron, but showed a strong interest in the curios. And just as we found out about the existence of the ether cartridge, she just so happened to show up in the simulated universe. I must admit, this feels less like a chase and more like a chance encounter. I recall a story about Punklorde. It is said that graffiti is a special kind of symbol there. Hackers see reality as a magnificent game, an attempt to finish the stage we know as life. Whether it be for competition or for joy, they leave a trail in the places they visit. One symbol after another link up to become a long, long journey that writes the game of life. And would this ongoing affair not be part of such an endeavor? Perhaps this is all nothing more than a game she's decided to play with us. In which case, let us accompany her till the end.
It's not a game. I'm not a robot. We'll see if anybody knows that reference. We shall see. I imagine someone does.
Trickier to crack.
You've already got Quantum, so I'm happy with that.
Time for a buzz.
Fine. Okay.
This combat needs optimizing.
Indeed.
At this speed, too slow.
What a headache.
Indubitably.
Hope you're prepared.
We've entered the storm.
It's like
To guard
Unleash
and
now.
defend. Crush them.
Like, we've seen it.
I'll
We'll
free
unleash.
you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Boom.
Look, we found it. The ether cartridge is here, and it's perfectly intact.
But something's not right.
There is an unwelcome third party here with us. If what we are seeing constitutes past images of Silver Wolf, then for her to have made it this far would have entailed the disappearance of the cartridge. We can only assume that the facts don't align with the theory.
Yeah, she's right here, right now, to take the cartridge.
I believe that she was indeed able to hack into Herta's office, but she didn't stay there for very long. After all, even the best hacker wouldn't be able to find a specified target in the vast ocean of the simulated universe's data. Unless
she had someone to guide her there.
There we go. Of course.
You want to explain it to her first? I can see the confusion in her eyes.
What? I get it completely. What are you on about?
the final results are on the display table, young madam. Take a closer look if you wish. We have plenty of time left. I will answer any questions that you may have.
So she's actually...
You've guessed correctly. The person that stands before you is tonight's starring role. She left herself a back door in the office, performed a proxy hack the moment you entered the simulated universe, and found a way to continue alongside us. I must say, she really is a masterful actor. Misdirection is always the most effective method.
So the graffiti was bait.
The graffiti is like a two-way data tunnel. You can use it to retrace the trail she leaves behind, and she can monitor your progress by seeing which pieces of graffiti have disappeared. I fear she may well have had the whole thing planned out before hacking the space station. The graffiti and the back door were all in aid of honing in on just the right moment.
You knew everything from the start?
I'm sorry. Herta forbade me from disclosing any information beforehand. She made clear that knowledge would not be paramount to this operation, but rather the lack of it. However, the way I see it, the most important elements were dedication and sincerity. The actions of Mr. Leonard drew the target right in.
Ooh, dedication. I don't have any other questions.
Well then, were you satisfied with this simulated universe journey, Miss Silver Wolf?
Huh. You knew it all along, didn't you? I knew it would be hard to fool you. All that talk you were spouting along the way was meant for me, wasn't it?
It is a joy and an honor to have the opportunity to face off against you once again. Herta said that this cartridge would be able to lure in the biggest fishes in the universe. She was right.
So, the business about shutting down the universe and the argument with Herta was all just an act? You did all that to lure me in?
That is up to you to interpret. Herta and I have always been frank with one another. Sharp conversations of that nature happen on a regular basis. It wouldn't be fitting to call it an act. Miss Silver Wolf is truly a talented hacker. Not only did she calculate everything ahead of time, she has numerous variables and aces still to play. News of my sudden visit to the space station was probably the only uncontrollable variable in her plan. And with my arrival came the nightmare of shutting down the simulated universe. That would have ruined her plans and all her preparations.
That's why she had to take the risk.
You now know everything about this encounter.
Everything? No. You're wrong about the most important part. You think I came here out of desperation, but I've been bursting with excitement this whole time. Do you know how happy I was when you showed up, Screwllum? I haven't had the thrill of a formidable opponent in such a long time. The Legion is nothing but a bunch of cavemen, and the IPC were a disappointment. Only the Society has the talent to provide me with a fun challenge. Reality is nothing but a game. But what's the point of a game if it can't make you happy? An invitation letter and a challenge letter were sent to me from two geniuses. How could I not accept them? Would you have turned them down?
You're confident you'll be able to get out of this in one piece.
That's right. And I'm bringing this with me.
Yeah, she's been up to something this whole time. The ether cartridge? When did you...
Oh, a copy. You completed it while we were talking just now.
Why else would I entertain so much small talk? You're not the only one stalling for time. I'm guessing that Herta is hiding in a corner somewhere trying to pull off a reverse hack from where I hacked in. You, on the other hand, are responsible for taking me head-on, just as you did last time. And I'm looking forward to it. How do you plan on stopping me this time? Are you going to turn the simulated universe into a black box? Or are you going to work with the IPC and put together a cross-galactic encirclement? Screwllum, will I be able to see your true strength this time? The long-awaited result will finally be determined. There will only be one victor today. Please, let me have some fun this time, okay?
My apologies, Miss Silverwolf, but none of what you are hoping for will be happening today. You may leave now.
Huh? Leave? But why? Aren't you trying to catch me? Don't you want to cuff me and exile me on some distant planet?
Your creativity has proven interesting. However, I have nothing to do with your quarrel with the space station. Ergo, I won't stop you.
I'm gonna leave with this cartridge then.
That's just a duplicate. Correction, not only is the one in your possession a duplicate, but so is the one here. The real curio was transferred elsewhere at the very beginning. Conclusion: you may share that data freely.
What if I attack the space station again?
It would have nothing to do with me. But I must warn you, it is likely that someone would step forward to stop you.
Then what if I were to destroy the simulated universe right now?
I'm sorry, but that simply isn't possible. Ether editing isn't capable of destroying an entire universe.
What is the point of this then? You guys went out of your way to put together this trap but don't plan on doing anything at all?
Just to say hello.
That's right. This way, the game that you so carefully orchestrated is now pointless, is it not? There's no point in a game if it's no longer fun. Silver Wolf, I know what you're after. The IPC's shackles won't be able to hold you, and jail is but another game to you. Herta and I came to an understanding. We will no longer enable you and give you what you need.
How boring.
However, Herta felt that this would be too easy on you, and wanted to add something of her own. And that is why, in this very moment, she has reverse-hacked you and located all your interastral network accounts. A total of 76 accounts. A very impressive number. How would it be if the IPC were to freeze all of them, including all of your game records?
Not the game records.
What? Hey, hold on a minute.
And she logged out. How hasty of her. Games are always fun in the eyes of a child, but to an adult, they are but one among many ways of solving a problem.
I like your attitude, mate.
It's about time we were on our way.
Indeed. Challenge completed. Lovely. Graffiti unlocked. Bitmap explosion. If you could not imagine how hackers can create destruction, try to visualize them setting off explosions within cyberspace. The parties involved should be quite fond of this metaphor. Hacking cold card. Each intrusion can be a piece de resistance in a hacker's career, and leaving one's image behind is undoubtedly the proudest signature of their own work. Level 1. Account created. Game starting. Enjoy your adventure fully. Oh. Very well. Actually want to see about that then. Story mode. We've got 2 more to get. 2 more. Cool. Alright. Herta!
A flawless victory! Hope you got a glimpse of Herta's awesomeness, kiddo.
Was it all part of your plan? But, as expected of Madame Herta?
Make sure you never forget about it. I couldn't care less about what happened with the space station, but I will surely repay the favor tenfold to anyone who dares to taunt me. I already notified someone at the IPC to freeze all her accounts. She's probably crying in front of her computer right now.
Oh dear.
Thank you, young madam. Your and Mr. Leonard's contributions were a necessity to our victory.
I'm glad I could help.
Do you have any other questions regarding this incident?
I have a few. What is Silverwolf truly after?
Her ultimate goal was always the ether cartridge, but she developed an alternative objective in challenging Herta and me in the process. All those complicated puzzles and unnecessary ploys. Nothing more than games, I'll wager.
Will the space station be invaded again? I doubt that.
If you are referring to the back doors Silver Wolf left behind, we have cleared out all of them, except for the one in the office. Don't worry. The space station is not as fragile as you think. Whether it's cosmic warfare or the incident that just took place, they're all within Herta's grand plan.
I want to ask about something else.
Please, ask away.
Will you still shut down the simulated universe? Wasn't that part of the ploy, though?
Certainly not. Although Madame Herta and I have our differences in terms of research direction, the simulated universe is our shared pursuit, and nothing will change that. On the contrary, I plan on staying here for a while to see up close what kind of surprises the new branch of the universe has in store for me.
No. What is the ultimate meaning of the existence of the universe? Is this going to be 42 again?
There is no one answer to that question, my friend. It holds a different meaning for everyone. To sentimental, organic life forms, it could be the first falling leaf in the change of seasons, or the marks carved onto someone through the passage of time. To the swarm that follows its instincts, it might be the sight of fresh meat in their compound eyes and the restless thirst for sustenance. And for me, perhaps the image of symbols woven together, still able to move the heart, something great that you call emotions. Of course, I've also heard that the answer is nothing more than a 2-digit number.
There you go, 42. What do you plan on having for dinner?
A medium-rare Catol steak, salt-baked Kalia lemongrass, Herman compound milk, and a portion of fried rice prepared by a certain young man on the station. All I need is energy. The form that energy comes in is the same as it is for you. I would never forsake the delights of the culinary world in the interests of efficiency. Now, it is possible that my joints may need a little lubricant every now and again.
Well, thank you very much for that. But that's all the questions I have.
Well, young madam, our destination may differ, but there are still countless opportunities for our paths to cross. The pursuit of knowledge will always be the best driving force for trailblazing.
Talk with Leonard.
So, the reason Madame Herta wanted me to continue the investigation was to lure her out of hiding? That never crossed my mind! Did she know about the traps the hacker left in the space station from the very beginning?
That feels harsh. You were the most fitting person.
She said I did a good job! Can you believe it? I've just been acknowledged by Madame Herta! This is something I'll remember for the rest of my life. I don't have to worry about being fired anymore!
Good for you, mate.
This chapter has come to a conclusion. Come, let us close the final back door.
Well, there it is. Scan graffiti. You watch the image on the wall slowly dissolve and disappear, and that's the end of it.
It's gone. It's all gone. They seriously left nothing behind. They went too far this time. Too far.
All right. Stop with the tantrum. You're not a kid anymore.
Let's get a look at this, though. It's kind of cool.
I am not throwing a tantrum.
Anyway, what are you gonna do now, huh? Hack an IPC branch nearby and get your accounts back?
If it were just 1 or 2 accounts, sure. I kind of overdid it this time. I lost basically everything. A branch office probably won't be enough. I'm gonna have to make a trip to Pierpoint.
What, you're going alone? That's the IPC's headquarters.
Yep, just me. Why? Do you want to come with?
I probably won't be able to. I'm in Elio's next script. Did you forget?
Oh, right. That story doesn't sound like it fits me. You guys have fun.
I hope you have a good time in Pierpoint as well.
Don't worry. I've already got an idea. You see that cloud diner just 2 kilometers from here? A few temps from the building material logistics department just stepped in. I'm gonna go and become their friend.
Getting a move on already? I would have thought you'd at least want to spend some time with that cartridge you were obsessing about.
I told you, I'm not obsessed with it. Besides, there's fun to be had along the way.
She starts running through the effulgent neon lights, just as she had left her homeworld that night, sprinting toward the stars. Starlight elongates her shadow, illuminating the history of Punklorde. Those who penned the legends, their vows remembered by the stars. The earliest role-playing gamer said, "Games are about growth." The calm, tactical strategy gamer said, "Games are about the victories." The rebellious, collaborative gamer said, "Games are about encounters." The loving, narrative gamer said, "Games are about remembrance." And now, the young galactic adventure gamer, she said,
A game is a game, and that's all there is to it.
Well, alright then. Okay, Silverwolf has become a visitor to the Express, somehow. Oh, I was reading that, but okay. We got a message. "Hey friend, you still at the space station, right? I want to talk to you about something." "Yep, still here. I'm behind you. Or next to you. Depends where you are right now, Leonard." "It's been a while since that incident, but I'm still very worried about the space station's cybersecurity. I want to prepare while I can, and I've got an idea that I want to run past you. Let's talk about the details face to face. I'm outside the office. Please make sure to drop by." Oh, still there. "You might come across Silverwolf when you return to the Express." "Ahaha! Max level achieved, but the game is not over yet. Continue your adventure and brush aside the overflowing experience points. The end of a stage signifies the beginning of another. After clearing the beginner game, you can move on to a bigger performance stage." And there we go, we got them all. Which is cool. Because we got it before the tutorial mission starts. And we're always smiling, we're always smiling. Select to use a new graffiti to spray. Okay. Switch graffiti combos to spray interesting images. Use undo and erase all to spray with more convenience. When more than 8 graffitis are made in the domain, the earliest graffiti will be replaced. When you exit the current domain, existing graffitis will also disappear. Open the camera or switch to graffiti mode to spray. Where can we put that? Wondering if we could put it over here somewhere. I'm gonna put it there. Yes. Go with that one. How do I spray it though? Ah, because I'm in graffiti mode, not camera mode. Cool. What can we do? What can we do? Let's have that one. I like that one. I like that one a lot. It's reminding me a little bit of when I played GoldenEye on the N64 and you had paintball mode. Just a little bit. How many have I got? It said 8. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8. But what about the teardrop? Ah, the teardrop has disappeared. Or the raindrop or the sweat or whatever it was in the end. Okay. Oh, we can claim. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Out of everything here, I'm going to go with that. Let's take all of them. Because that's the thing I need the most right now. We'll get the other stuff eventually, but we'll get that. And we'll get several of you as well. It's very, very useful. Very, very useful. Okay, superimposition. Do I have any of us? Can I get any of us? Oh, wait, that's the... gum? Was it gum? Yeah, the little twisty bubble gum. That's the superposition, isn't it? Yeah, superimpose the light cone. Cool. So we want to get that as soon as we can. Cool. Let's see about over here then, light cone, replace it with this one. Because that's more in keeping with you, really, isn't it? Let's get a little bit of leveling up going on there with it. Lovely. And keep going, because I need some really good stuff with this. Keep going. Keep it going. Yep. I have quite a few random ones at this point. Get through those first before we use any of the better stuff. Seriously, have I not run out yet? There we go. Oh. Of course. Materials are required. Fine. Need stuff for traces as well. Same material. Oh dear. Quite a few things to do there. Ascend though? Can I do that yet? I still need 8 there. Oh, there's quite a few things to do there. So, let's have a look at this then. So, arcade challenge? We'll actually have a look at the arcade challenge in a future part, not the next part, because the next part we'll go see about the sealed sector with Leonard. So we'll see you in the next part with that quest. But for now, we're done. Ta-da for now.